But I digress. The other 2 times I'd been there were for school trips. One was in high school with Chris and Perkins and a couple other people. And it was against the Colorado Rockies.
Okay.
And then the next time I went was in college. We went to a game against Cleveland Indians.
The first time I went was for a bachelor party.
To Fenway?
Yeah.
Nice.
How long ago was that? Was that before? Yeah, I think that was before Chas, so probably 5 years ago. I'd say probably 5 years ago. I went with a bunch of friends or whatnot. We went to the Yard House, which is
it's like
very close, right across from the stadium. Had a few beers there, and then went up to the game. $25 a piece. They were like standing room only tickets, but who cared?
Yeah, who gives a shit?
And then after that, we went back to the hotel, hung out there for a little bit, changed up, and then we went to dinner somewhere. I don't remember where. Faneuil Hall, maybe. And then from there we went to Bar Hop. And we bar hopped.
I was gonna say,
go to a bar, have a drink. Go to a bar, have a drink. Whoa.
Yep.
And then I had enough with the walking and whatnot. I was like only like 10 months out of surgery with my back and whatnot. So like
shit.
Walking all that time was a little bit much at that point. So I went back to the room, and I was told the next day that one of the kids that was there with us, he decided he was going to stay with us in the hotel, and then he decided to go home. He's a big drinker.
Okay.
He got on the T to go back home and fell asleep.
Huh.
So missed his stop, missed this. I think they finally had to wake him up.
Yeah.
To get him off, and then I don't know how he got home, but he got home somehow the next day or that night.
Shit.
It's like, but hotel rooms, it was so expensive. It was like $450 for the night.
Yeah, for a hotel in Boston.
For a hotel room. I mean, it was a nice one.
Yeah.
But there were 4 of us in there.
Yeah, so I mean, still, it's
too bad it's 4 of us. Just like, all right, still $125 to sleep here for the night. Like,
yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
Well, whatever. It was a good time.
No, like, back like when I was in college, I had this girlfriend who, like, she wanted to go to Fenway Park so badly, and I was like, she loved this player. I think it was like Kevin Millar or something like that. And at the time, he was playing for Baltimore. He wasn't playing for Boston anymore.
Okay.
So he was playing third base for Baltimore. So I looked for when they were, when Baltimore was going to play Boston again. And I'm just like, oh, fucking A. Like, and I found like the best tickets that I could afford were along the third baseline. Because like, I'm like, all right, I want her to see her favorite player. I get her, I get 2 tickets, standing room only, along the third baseline. I'm like, fuck it. It's fucking better than nothing.
Yeah.
Because I at least want to go to her and say, hey, I know it's standing room only, but, we're going to go together. We're going to see your favorite player. And then, if I, shout anti, Red Sox stuff, you can just be like, I don't know this man. But yeah, so I get the tickets. I tell her about it, and then I think it was like a week later we broke up. I'm like, that's fucking wonderful. And me being the fucking sap that I am, I fucking just mailed her the tickets. I just said, you know what? Hopefully these give you a little bit more happiness than they would have given me. Yeah,
Damn.
I'm a fucking jack off when it comes to shit like that sometimes.
It's because you're a nice guy.
Oh, fuck being a nice guy. I'm a dope.
Sometimes it goes hand in hand.
Nice callback to me being called a jack off. He's got that look on his face like, that's how I jack off, hand in hand.
Yeah, I said that and I was like, that's going to go back to something else.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just, it does. It goes hand in hand between...
Yeah, it's just,
that, being a nice guy and,
And I tried. But you know.
it will happen when it happens.
Yeah. But,
never in my dreams would I have thought that I'm going to be married in less than 10 months.
Yeah.
Like, never.
And like here's the thing, man. Like a lot of guys, like they'll go into like their wedding with planning with their future spouse and whatnot. They'll say like, okay, yeah, you want all this like lavish shit and whatnot. That's fine. I want one aspect of the wedding to like at least represent me, like who I am and whatnot. Like there's a guy in Los Angeles, Ralph Garman. He used to work for K-Rock out in Los Angeles. Was recently fired at the end of November. His contract ran up, and they pretty much lied to him about re-signing him and whatnot. And CBS got out of the radio business, which is why, like, I think it was Entercom pretty much bought up all CBS's radio stations. So yeah, good job, Entercom. Yeah. So he was let go, and he was explaining the story of his wedding one time. He was saying like, he's like, look, yeah, I love my wife. She said she wanted these flowers. We went out, we got those flowers. We got this catering. We got this type of cake and whatnot. And I said, I just want one thing to make me even happier on my wedding day. It's like, I'm happy that I'm marrying you, that we're gonna have a life together. He's like, but there's only one thing that I want to do, like, for the wedding. She's like, well, what is that? He's like, I want to be driven up in the original, like, the 1966 Batmobile to the church. And she's like, really, that's all you want? She's like, you don't want to dress up as Batman? He's like, no, I just want to be driven up in the original.
You want to dress up as Batman? That would be awesome.
He's like, no, I want to be driven up in the original 66 Batmobile. He's like, because that show means a lot to me. Adam West means a lot to me. He's a good friend of mine. And she was cool with it. She was like, yeah, that's fine, whatever.
Well, see, that's possible when you're friends with Adam West.
Of course,
and you can get that car.
Of course, it's possible. Anything is possible with Adam West. I know I'm working on that one. Fuck, man, that was one of the deaths of 2017. I was like, what the fuck, man?
Right?
Just all the good ones, just fucking just going left and right, like him, Tom Petty, fucking. God damn it.
Right, like, why can't like Kanye West go instead of him? Like.
Yeah, are the Kardashians not easy enough targets, or?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. We're not saying, hey, somebody go out and fucking kill
yourself.
No,
absolutely not. But if I could trade like Tom Petty for Kanye West, I wouldn't heartbeat,
Or Heartbreaker. That's the worst Tom Petty joke ever.
Ever. But
yeah,
no, like we pretty much have done everything together with it, so it's very cool.
Yeah,
I can't believe it's like less than 10 months.
No, is there any like aspect of the wedding where you're just like where you have that thing where you're just like, look, okay, you can have like this type of cake. I don't give a fuck what out, but I just want like this one thing.
Not yet.
Okay.
Not really. Like, I mean,
you don't want to be driven up in the Batmobile?
That would be fantastic, but I'm not entirely sure if my fat ass would fit in the Batmobile. But no, like, I don't know. Maybe put out a thing of mini cupcakes. Joking. You don't know that story, do you?
No, I know.
Okay.
I know about your addiction with mini cupcakes.
Well, that's when I used to get high all the time. So, which I don't do anymore.
No, but still, I just picture you going like, all right, let me take these 10 mini cupcakes. It's like one cupcake now. It only counts as one.
But, so, where we're having it at, there's a bowling alley, an old, as Chris Ritchie would say, an oldie-timey bowling alley.
Yeah, I think he'd switch between that and old as fuck, but yeah,
right.
I think he would go with oldie-timey.
It's on the third floor of the place, and it really is an old-time one where, like, you have a ball boy and a pin boy, whatever, so you throw the bowling ball down, hit the pins, there's somebody sitting down there. They physically throw the ball back to you down
down like the gutter or whatnot.
Well, it's like a return. It's a return.
Yeah.
With a
so it's like a
hill.
Like a little
you
ramp.
Just kind of like push the ball down instead of a machine doing it. A human being does it.
Okay.
And then they physically have to sit there and put the pins back up.
Huh.
So we're gonna take pictures in there
Nice.
after everything is like this, the ceremony and everything is taken care of and whatnot, and then we're gonna go take pictures there. And I think we're doing engagement photos at that place too. So it'll be pretty cool.
Nice, man.
So, yeah, I think we're doing engagement photos. Like she wants to do them like end of January, middle of February. So, because we gotta put one on for a save date and
yeah, for like the wedding
out,
invitations and whatnot. Yeah.
But I never realized how difficult it was for the guest list and stuff like that, and it's just we have almost 100 people just in family going.
Yeah.
And then I have a buttload of friends, and obviously my friends are her friends, and so like we're trying to figure out like these ones and this one and whatnot, and like I feel bad that we had to get rid of plus ones, but
No, you only have a certain amount of.
I only have a certain amount of people, and there's other people that I'd like to have invited too, and so
yeah.
If you're not in like a committed relationship, then sorry, you're by yourself. But and then we're not having kids either, so
like no children at the wedding at all.
No, 2 or 3, only because they're in the wedding.
Well, yeah, ring bearers, flower girls, or something like that. Yeah,
and that's that's about it. We're still discussing the ring bearer thing or whatnot. We're not sure yet, but
yeah,
2 flower girls.
Right. We can make Oliver the ring bearer.
But yeah, she's got her dress. We have a place. We have a photographer. We have an officiant.
Nice.
We have a DJ.
Nice.
So yeah, starting next week or the week after, it's going to be get in touch with people for food, get in touch with people for flowers, cakes, desserts, whatever we're going to do. I don't know yet.
Yeah.
Cash bar. God.
Yeah.
So.
It's like I remember when Asshole and Doomba Loompa got married, they were debating like, oh yeah, we should have like open bar with the wedding, and it took a couple of people to convince them like, no, because you have friends that cannot be fucking trusted with that.
Not only that, but it's expensive.
It is. I think it was going to be an extra like $600, $700 or something like that for an open bar or something.
That's
like that.
it.
I don't remember exactly what the fuck it was. I know it was a lot of extra money, but and you're talking to a guy who $500 to $600 or $700. That's a lot of fucking money.
Oh, it is a lot of money, but it's
yeah, but
that's
open bar.
The drop of a hat. For a wedding, like
and they basically said like, look, you have friends that can't be trusted. And also, like, something happens, you don't want to be held liable for that.
Yeah. So like where we're having our wedding at, very, very cool. Normally you have like a certain time frame, and you got to be in and out and within like 6 hours and this and that, and like, you have like an hour to set up and stuff like that. So we have the place from 9 o'clock in the morning till they technically have to be closed by 1.
Like 1 in the morning.
1 in the morning. So if we wanted to party out till midnight, 12:30, we could.
Yeah.
Doubt it's going to happen because I think we're leaving the next day to go to Disney. But there was another place in Providence we were looking at, kind of the same ordeal, called the Fat.
All right, yeah, the concert hall.
Yeah,